More rumors, more things to talk about. This time not coming from me, coming from other sources. I don't really do videos dedicated to other rumors and stuff like that because it kind of becomes like an echo chamber sometimes of rumors. But a lot of people sent me this while I was away in Florida. And when I read it, a lot of things didn't make sense, but there were some things in there that did make sense that I've heard about before. Again, this could be kind of the echoing thing coming back, but I want to do a video dedicated to it. I want to go through it all and just break it all down so people will just stop sending me these screenshots, these messages. The thread where it was posted on over on Reddit has now been deleted. Like, the author deleted everything. I'm not sure they chose to do that. The moderators did it. I'm not sure, but you can't see it anymore. But let's just jump in and let's go through it. Boom. So here we go. This is it. So it's massive leaks from the Horus Heresy Discord. I think this is where it came from, the Discord server. Then it got posted over on the Reddit Horus Heresy, subreddit. So it says, take the following with massive grains of salt, as you always should do when it comes to rumors. This person claimed he worked at Games Workshop and still has friends that work at GW, posting the 40k and AOS info first. Don't shoot the messenger. You should never shoot the messenger. So Krieg are going to receive new plastic kits. Apparently the molds are becoming worn out. No plans for regiments, no Legions, Valhallans, etc., etc. Now, I have, personally, this is me, this is Valrak speaking, I have heard stuff about Krieg, some funky stuff. I will do a video completely dedicated to that sometime down the line when I hear a few more concrete things. But there's been a lot of talk about Krieg for the past, well, ever since Krieg got the plastic kit with Kill Team. Like, Krieg, are they going to be getting more regiment love? Because when you look at the Imperial Guard, all we have at the moment is the Cadians, and as much as the Cadian line is pretty cool, there's no real flavour when it comes to the Guard itself. We want more regiments. It's all about the regiments. There was a rumour way back that there was going to be 2 new Imperial Guard regiments introduced. I still believe that rumour, and when I say 2 new regiments, I personally think it's going to be Catachans, and I think it's going to be Krieg, and maybe, you know, they're right on the money with this one. It says, kind of implied confirmation that Firstborn are all eventually going to be phased out. We've had that debate for how bloody long. However, GW had the CAD files for a new upscaled Mark 7 kit. Now, I had heard that. I've actually heard that before. I've actually heard that GW did design a new Mark 7 kit of armor. How true that is, who bloody knows? Again, this could be one of these rumors that are bouncing around in the rumorverse somewhere. Maybe one day they will bring, what was it, Mark 9? Because they completely skipped Mark 9 armor. Maybe Mark 9 is going to be the bridge between Firstborn and Primaris Marines in terms of armor. Molds for the Emperor's Children have been made. How long have I been screaming Fulgrim is coming back now? So much, I think I'm turning into a snake boy myself. The Emperor's Children are definitely coming. They're going to be coming out in 10th edition. I have heard some of the stuff that they are getting, but again, when I come to do my video on that, it will have as much information as possible. I don't want to do a video saying it's just Fulgrim and such character, where I want to do a video and put in as much detail in as possible. But if you're an Emperor's Children fan, you should be absolutely buzzing for the stuff that's potentially on the horizon. AOS and Fantasy, I'm not too sure about AOS stuff, but Old World will be released next year around summertime. Well, I'm hearing that Old World is initially going to release this year around October. So I don't know if that's like the proper release, and we'll get like a limited edition release like they normally do with certain things at the end of each year. But I'm hearing at the end of this year, we will be getting a Bretonia box and a Tomb King box to launch the Old World. So that, again, that's what I'm hearing from my sources. I'm not saying my sources are better than potential these sources. I'm just saying that's what I've personally heard. AOS end of edition wave 2 release were supposed to be announced or out, but I'm sorry, I don't know AOS. I can't really comment on that because I don't really listen to AOS stuff. Next edition for AOS should come out around the same time as the Old World. I can't see them dropping 2 things around the same time, especially 2 fantasy games, so I don't want to believe that one. Yeah, I know I don't give GW that much credit, but I'll give him credit not to commit business suicide, let's say. Now, for the 30k icon, I'm just wondering if I've got it over here. No, I haven't got it on that page. So I'm sorry, I'm actually just getting these offline, these images, because, again, I haven't got them on me. I haven't got the text on me. Going to skip of the already known confirmation info, Deradio, Assault Squads, etc. Upscale Mark 3 kits will come out. No plastic breacher upgrade kit planned yet. I have heard that there is going to be a breacher kit, but it's probably going to be a resin upgrade kit. I don't know when that is supposed to be out. There is definitely going to be new plastic Mark III out. We've spoken about this till I've been blue in the face at Nova, which I'm recording this video before Nova at this moment in time. We will be seeing that box set at Nova. I 110% guarantee. If I'm wrong, then I'll say Pert Trabo's a cool Primarch. But let's move on to the next page. So that was number 1. And number 2, Legion Imperialis is going to come out around October, November. Apparently, there was a miscount in the warehouse and they need to make more boxes. I know that is false 110%. I'm not saying like the release. I'm sure it may come out around October, November, but I know there wasn't a miscount. The reason why Legion Imperialis was delayed is because the actual book that was in the box contained words linked to political groups. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and start speaking about that because I actually don't know what political groups are in there. But all I know, it was political groups were mentioned, which are active right now doing political things. And they made an error. So they took the book out and they have to reprint the book. And now they're waiting for the books to arrive so they can put them in the new boxes and ship them all out again. The Siege of Terror campaign book will be released around the same time as Mark III. Not sure about that. I could probably find out some more information about that. I'm sorry, I don't really ask that much about Horus Heresy stuff these days. Set is opening of the Siege of the Sons of Horus vs. Imperial Fist. I can kind of see that, because the Imperial Fist seem to be getting a hell of a lot of love. But there's a lot more campaigns to get to before the Siege of Terror, right? You can do Isfahan more. You can do the Framus Crusade. You could do, where was it? The Blood Angels fought the demons and stuff like that. You can do all these amazing things. The Imperium Secundus you could do. There's so much stuff out there before you actually get to Terror. You don't want to rush to the end already, because what's the point in that when the Horus Heresy is filled with such epic battles? New Praetors and characters for legions such as World Eaters and Salamanders, etc. You could probably say that is coming anyway, because they've received nothing and they deserve a lot of stuff. Punisher, Omega, and Arcus Sicarian tanks will be released in plastic early to mid next year. Again, that is, I can see that, because why not, right? Because they've already got the base model for it. They just need to do the upgrade stuff. Horus Heresy Command Squad will be somewhat of a multi-kit for 40k and 30k. We'll have options to just make either a 40k Command Squad or a 30k Command Squad. I have no idea what the hell that means, because we are getting a kind of Command Squad for 40k, and it's made up of primary stuff. You're going to get like a new captain in there, if I'm not mistaken. You got to get some veterans in there. I'm thinking there's a new banner bearer in there and a champion as well. That's got to be in there. I'm not sure if you want to call it a new Company of Heroes box or a new command box. I don't know what you call it, but we are getting something like that, and it is all Primaris Marines. So I have no idea what that means about the 30k and 40k. No new Battle Force starter sets. I know that's wrong, because we're about to get the new Horus Heresy box set. Trust me, right? If you don't trust me, I get it, right? I completely get it, but trust me, we are definitely getting a new Horus Heresy box. I think this is the box that is probably going to replace the main Age of Darkness box when it comes to it. Again, Mark III in there. There's a Land Raider in there. The plastic Derail Dreadnought is supposed to be in there, and there's supposed to be a heavy weapons kit in there as well. I've been sprouting this rumor now for months and months and months. For months and months upon months. I was the first person to say it, and I'm sticking to it because I trust my sources. It says Mark III will be released in 2 boxes, 20-man tactical, and then it gets, well, no, it doesn't get cut off. I haven't just scrolled down. Mark III, sorry, where was I? Mark III will be released in 2 boxes, 20-man tactical, Marines, and 10-man vet squads. More plastic melee weapons. I guess so. I know they've been releasing the big squads in 20, so I definitely see that. World Eater Praetors and characters will come out in resin next. No estimated time frame. Well, he probably could have added that to the other Praetors then, because there's no time frame to it, because they haven't got one. GW has thrown around the idea of a plastic Warhound, but don't expect one at all. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one at this moment in time. I'm going to say no comment on that one at this time. All right. At this time, Dareo will be released in 2 boxes like the Leviathan, 2 weapon frames. Yeah, I guess so. I can definitely see that. Sorry, I'm scratching my back here. I'm right, dirty bastard. Resin Leviathan torsos will be released. Current resin Leviathans, DA Night Lords, will go first, and then we're released first. Again, kind of this is just speculation. I think most of it. GW will have CAD files for plastic despoiler arms, but no time frame and everything. Well, to be fair, GW has CAD files on anything. You don't have CAD files for plastic despoiler arms. You just have CAD files. Then you can make them into resin, or you can make them into plastic. That's how it works, right? CAD is computer-aided design. You design on a computer, and then you put it into whatever you want. Assault Squad will be a 10-man squad with kind of limited melee options. Perhaps the Mark 60 spoiler plastic upgrade will have enough kit. Again, I think that's just speculation on this part, and this is all bunched. I don't know what this is. Right, okay, let's just start from the top. I'm sorry if this is like such a jumbled video. I'm just trying to be real and speak about it as fast as possible so I don't bore everyone. Assault squads will be in a 10-man squad. Oh no, sorry, we've just read that. Going forward, expect 3 new Horus Heresy plastic kits every year. Different options represent 1 kit, so 2 Leviathan kits equals 1 kit in the eyes of GW. Also release the Sakarian Omega. If that's the case and they release 3 kits per year for Horus Heresy, then I would be very, very mad if I was a Horus Heresy player. They have the opportunity, right? They've got it right there in the palm of their hands to make Horus Heresy a massive game. And it seems like every turn they do is just another mess up. A mess up after a mess up after a mess up. The community's there wanting more, but they're not putting it out. Apparently, Forge and GW don't see eye to eye on which kits should go out in plastic. This is one of the main reasons why some of the Horus Heresy kits that should be plastic are only resin. Again, I can kind of see that. The way I've been told that GW work, it's it's lucky that they're still a company, because they're basically different departments just have their own workflows and way of working, and they don't sync up and stuff like that. That's why a lot of things like leak and get put out early and stuff, because no one's talking to each other. So I can technically see that. The Soul Auxiliary will be the new mystery army. Tanks first, Mars Pattern, Lehman Russ, Malkador, and Baneblades Lightly. Reason why tanks were released first in plastic is because the main complaint about army building in Horus Heresy V1 was about the cost of resin tanks. Little complaints about buying infantry. I think there was always complaints about resin, just resin as a whole. It was just super expensive. In terms of the Soul Auxiliary, I've heard that. Again, this could just be echoing other rumors, but I have heard that the Soul Auxiliary are going to be the new plastic armor for Horus Heresy. I personally thought it was going to be Admech, but no, it's not that. It's Soul Auxiliary, and it makes sense as well because all the CADs and stuff have been done. It's just in epic format now. If you look at Legion Imperialis, what they've done with the Soul Auxiliary in there, you're probably just going to get that, but scaled up. That's it. That's the start and end of it, I think. And yeah, that is going to be the new plastic army, because you can have that as traitor and you can have that as loyalist as well. It works both ways for that game system. Right. That's enough waffling from me. I'm sorry I've kept you here for over 10 minutes going through all this. That's my thoughts and feedback on it. I've given it all to you now. Please stop sending me this stuff. And yeah, it's done. Do I believe it? Some of it. But then again, some of it seems to have just like echoed from other sources and stuff like that. So I guess I guess it's up to you if you want to believe these rumors. Again, I know what I know, and I'm sticking with the sources that have given me information and have whispered, whispers of the warp to me because they haven't been wrong before. So I'm just going to stick with my sources and ride those into the sunset. Right, see you in a bit. Have a great day, and bye-bye. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, post it down below. See ya. Bye.